What's up, YouTube? It's just Brandy, and let's talk love and hip hop Atlanta. So last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was kind of based on the 2-hour season premiere last week. I thought that Atlanta had condensed their cast down, because in their intro they only show about 5 to 6 cast members. They don't have all the cast in the intro like they have in previous years. So I thought maybe they had decided, you know, like I feel in some of the other franchises, it's just way too many characters and way too many storylines, and they don't continue everybody throughout the season, so you kind of forget sometimes what happened at the beginning of this season, because the storylines have changed and it's like the cast has changed. And then you get to the last episode and they do like a recap and like final thoughts, and you're like, oh, I forgot about them. And then the finale, the reunion comes, and it's all these people on the stage, and they don't have time to really get to everybody and cover all of the situations because there's just so many people. So I thought they had kind of dwindled the Atlanta cast down. Well, little do we know they did not. So this episode is like we have more cast. So Scrappy and Bambi, Mama D, and now Brandy's mother. I guess she has decided, you know, that she has seen Rashida's mother get a little shine on the show. She's seen Mama D get a little shine on the show. She's seen Karen King get a little shine on the show. And so, you know, there's a place for these older women. And so I guess now she's like, well, I want to come on the show. So their story is that Brandy is pregnant. For whatever reason, they don't have some place to stay, so they're staying with Mama D. And Brandy's mother has come, and since Brandy and Scrappy don't have their own place, she's having to stay with Mama D as well. Now, we know that Brandy and Scrappy are being paid by the show. There's no reason that if Mama D can afford someplace to live, Brandy and Scrappy can't afford someplace to live. We also know that if you are staying with someone, you then cannot invite somebody else to come stay. And irregardless if that's your mother or not, my home is not your home to invite somebody to come stay long term. You know, it's one thing if she was coming for the weekend, but, you know, long stay. So 2 grown ass women, now you really got 3, because Brandy in one house, no, that's never going to work. Any woman in her right mind knows that setup, that's never going to work. 2 women is not going to work. 3, it's not going to work. So we find out that Mama D and Brandy's mother have issues. Brandy's mother is making all type of comments and everything, and Brandy is basically on Mama D's side, which is crazy because, you know, they've had issues in the past. And her mom is just like, ain't no food in here for them. First of all, these are grown people. Now, Scrappy was injured because he was in that car accident, and he had, I don't know if he broke his leg or whatever the situation was, but she made a comment that she was taking care of him and whatnot. It was real, it's just real petty, and you can tell what she's doing is trying to create a storyline. She's trying to create relevance. She's trying to secure a spot on the show. So we can see it for what it is the first time that she has shown herself. So I'm not looking forward to this storyline. I hope, I feel like it's not just her mother, it's Mama D too, because Mama D has constantly every season tried to make sure that she has something going on to make herself relevant so she can be on as many episodes as she can, because they get paid based on the episodes that they appear. So you know, Mama D needs to create this little beef with Brandy's mother so that she can have episodes, so she can go talk to Karen, and so she can go, you know, have it out with her and put her out, and she put her out and took her to the Motel 6. You know, she has to have these issues in order to make herself relevant. So it is what it is. We saw Tokyo Vanity, Shekinah Joe, Sierra, and an old cast member is back. What's her name? Something Mac is back, and I don't even really remember her being on the show. It's been such a long time ago. But she just recently had a baby, and everybody was talking about how good of a condition her body is in since she just recently had the baby. A lot of people need to understand that genetics play a big role in your bounce back. Age plays, sometimes it's age. If you're younger, I think you have a higher tendency to be able to snap back more quickly because your metabolism is higher, you're a lot more active, you know, you're young. But as you get older and your metabolism slows down and your body kind of changes, genetics play a lot higher of a role in these things. So people need to stop comparing themselves to other women, because you are you're an individual. Your body makeup, your body chemistry is different than somebody else's body chemistry. So what worked for them may not work for you. You have to figure out what's going to work for you, and it shouldn't be mirroring what somebody else did, because they're not you, their body's not you. So they expressed, you know, that that she really looked good after you know, having this baby. So she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been working out with this trainer or whatever, y'all can come work out with me. So they show up to work out with this guy. They didn't know that it was as intense of a workout as it was. And you know, Shekinah and Tokyo Vanity are basically, you know, heavier, thicker women. So of course they got tired faster. I mean, anytime you start working out, you're going to get tired faster. You have to build up your endurance. So they got tired and wanted to leave. They had a break and they were like, oh, I'm about to leave. And so Sierra got mad. The other girl, they got upset because they were wanting to leave. So later on in the episode, Sierra goes over to Tokyo's apartment and she's fixing herself something to eat. And she was making chicken Alfredo with broccoli, I believe. And she was like, no, you can't eat that. That's going to turn to sugar. I guess she means like the carb from the pasta. And she's like, it's chicken Alfredo. Like, she wasn't eating a hamburger and french fries. She's eating pasta. So at that point, it's about portion control. You know what I'm saying? But irregardless. So they got into it and actually got a little physical. And Sierra threw the food down the sink. She was like, I'm not going to let you eat this. You going to get this. You going to get that. Like, she's so concerned about her weight. Now, on one hand, as a friend, it's fine to be concerned about your friend and want them to be healthy and, you know, offer, you know, to eat healthy with them as support, to work out with them as support. I think that's wonderful as a friend. That is how you become a supportive friend. You know, it's no fun when you are on a diet or you have changed your eating habits and you go out with your friends and everybody is eating all the food that you can't have. You know, but to have a friend that's saying, oh, okay, well, you know, when you're out and you're eating healthy, then I'm going to eat healthy too, or whatever. Or if you need a workout partner, you know, that's great. But to come to somebody else's home and tell them, a grown person, what they can and cannot eat, that they've spent their money on, a decision that they've made, like, that's not your place. That's not your child. She's your friend. You voiced your concern that you feel like she needs to lose weight. That's your opinion. And you feel that she should live a healthier lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you can't force her to do that. she's grown. If she wants to take the risk of being the size that she is and she's content with those risks, that's her business. Like, you don't have the right to tell somebody else how they need to eat if that's not your child. Your children, you can make those decisions for. You don't even have the right to tell your spouse how they can and cannot eat, because that's a grown ass adult. You do not have the right. You worry about yourself, control your own self. And to get to the point where you're going to throw out something that somebody, like, you don't know, that could have been her last money. She might was going to eat that pasta for 3 days, and then you just throw it down the sink. So now how she's supposed to eat? Like, you don't get to do that. You are 110% completely wrong. And then, you know, to get up in her face, of course, you put your hand right here in my face. Yes, I'm gonna push your hand out my face. You don't, that's my personal space. You need to be back here. Don't get up in my face, because now I'm threatened. Regardless if you did not touch me, do not get up in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. It's uncalled for. Be able to control yourself. So now, and then she like, I can't believe you put your hands on me. You put your hand in my face. And then at the end of the day, like, the girl is double your size. Like, why you want to, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. And you know, she's not afraid to fight. That's not what you want. So, you know, it's going to be some issues between her and Sierra because of this. Because, you know, like I said, it's one thing to want your friends to be healthy, to not want to participate in what you feel like is bad behavior, because it's also a thing where it's like, if your friend is a drug addict, then if they're doing drugs and you don't support that, then you need to let them know, well, if that's what you're going to do, I can't be around you when you're doing that, because I feel like that's hurting you. So if you feel like her eating anything other than water and salad is not helpful, then let her know. You know, unfortunately, I can't watch you destroy yourself in this way and be unhealthy, because it will hurt me if something happens to you. So I'm going to have to distance myself from you until you can make better decisions. You also have that right to say, I can't support bad behavior, but, you know, then you can't be around that person. But you don't get to make decisions for them. You can make suggestions, but you make your suggestion and then you let it go. So you say, oh, okay, well, Tokyo, you know what? That's probably not the best decision for you to eat that. But, you know, work on it. Try better next time. That's what you know, that's how you need to be. Even when people say, oh, but you said you wanted to lose the weight. You said, it doesn't matter. And especially with diet, everybody says, oh, okay, I want to eat healthier. And then, you know, let it be some cake at work or some, you know what I'm saying? Like, you also have to live. You can't just be so restricted that you can't have anything. Like, come, you know, it's about a lifestyle and moderation. So she's not there, but she's trying to get there. She's making small steps to get there. Just the fact, if she's being more conscious about her eating choices, if she is making an effort to get more physical activity into her daily activity, like, it's the small things. Celebrate the small victories. It's not just the all or nothing thing, especially when it comes to a healthier lifestyle and fitness. It's, you know, it's a marathon, it's not a race. So that's basically kind of what happened on this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'll see you next week for my thoughts and opinions on the next episode.